Hi guys, it's Letty. Oh, I've been spending the last few minutes trying to get the right camera angle so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is part two of create how to create a garment from start to finish. So we did in the previous video we did our sketches, our preliminary sketches. So now it's time to cut. So I'm gonna get started with that. I do have some measurements, and I have my daughter's tank top that I can use as my pattern, and I've already folded it to how long I want the bodice to be. So we're gonna cut the bodice and the waist, the bodice and the skirt portion of the dress, and then make all our whatever we're gonna do before we sew it up. We'll sew it up in the next video. So this video is just gonna be really super quick and cut. So I already got my measurements. So I know the bodice will be 17 inches in length. Her front neckline will be 3 inches down, so it'll be exactly the length. The neckline, the front neckline will be 3 inches down from the back, because you know our necklines in the front are lower than the back neckline. The skirt will be 19 inches from the bodice to where it's attached at the bodice, and it's gonna hit her, graze her knees. So that length was 19 inches. And then the width of the skirt will be 42, because we're gonna pleat the skirt. It's gonna be an A-line skirt, but I'm gonna do pleats to cinch in the waist. So that's what we're gonna do. That's our plan. We're gonna get started. I've already folded the tank top up. So now I'm gonna show you my fabric. Now remember, I told you I was gonna use the eyelet fabric. I changed my mind because I've already used it. That's another reason why I'm not using it. So we're gonna use this fabric to create the dress. So praying to God that I have enough fabric. So anyway, guys, so what we're gonna do is, I should have placed this, actually this should have been down underneath this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna move this to the side. Make sure that it is folded. You always fold your fabric so that your finished edge, your salvage edge, goes across the body. Okay, just make sure. Just a quick note to remember, guys. So I am so scared that I'm not gonna have enough fabric, but we will make it work. So let's see. We got our bodice. Okay. Because guess what, guys? You can always make it 2 different fabrics. Not a big deal. Okay? So we lay our fabric out. Gotta move some stuff over. My table's a little junky. And we're gonna lay our t-shirt right over. Okay, there we go. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna move my camera so you guys can see. But so guys, it is, all I do is place the tank top over the fabric, and then I'm just gonna do nothing but cut around. This is her bodice. I'm gonna cut this around, okay? So that's what I'm getting ready to do, okay? I'm moving my camera, sorry. Hope you guys can see. I'm gonna move it up so you guys can see what I'm doing. I do apologize. Now I always use my fabric weights, which are just washers, and just so my fabric won't move, keep everything still. Okay, that should be good enough. And I'm gonna cut. I always cut my lower part. Now guys, always my rule of thumb when I'm cutting patterns out is 1.5 inches out. That's my seam allowance is always 1.5 inches, because it's a lot easier to take something in that's too big than to let it out. So I do 1.5 inches. So it might seem like a lot. So I do 1.5 inches. Cut real straight. Okay. And we're gonna cut around the side. this up because I want the neckline. So I'm gonna twist my fabric so that the neckline is facing me. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cut. All right, now we can remove our tank. Okay, and this is our bodice. Okay, I'll show you from the top. This is the bodice of her dress. Okay, so what we want to do is distinguish our front and our back. So we know this was the back one. So we got to go up, got to go down a little bit. Now I did cut it off. So I'm going to measure down. Remember it was 3 inches. So we go down 3 inches. I'll probably go 2.5. And just make sure that the front is lower than the back, of course. So I go here and just, I kind of eyeball it. You can just go down a little and then come up. Okay. Go, guys. So we got our lowered top. This is our bodice. Okay, so we're going to put this to the side and we're going to do our skirt. Okay, but what I'd like to do to keep the fabric together is turn it in, turn it so that the right sides are facing. So because we're going to pin everything and then we're going to be ready to sew in the next video. So I like to pin everything together. That way, when I sew it, everything is ready to go. So I'm going to get my pins. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's get this I should have cut it on this side, but I don't always do that. So that will be a lot easier. And then it's already kind of ready to go. I pin my shoulders first. Okay. Let's pin your shoulders. Nice and straight. And then I pin on the side. Just make sure it's straight. Probably should have ran the iron over this top here. Just put a couple on these sides. These scissors are my babies. I love these. These are my wonderful scissors. I love them so much. They need to be sharpened, but they still cut really good. I have a sharpener, so I'll probably do that a little bit. So this is our bodice. It's cut. So we're going to put this to the side because that's done. Now we're going to do our skirt. Now, in order to, the skirt has to be at least 40 in order for it to be able to be, because I'm going to pleat it around to give it that A-line. So, first of all, let's see how long, if it's going to hit her knees. So I'm going to measure it, this remaining fabric, to see what I have left. I don't have a lot of fabric, so I'm a little afraid I might have to use another thing for the skirt. So, and that's fine, because you can do whatever you want. When you make your own garments, you can do it any way you want. So let's see if it's long enough. First of all, we need it to be at least 19 to hit her knees. Okay, we're good. We got 22 inches. That includes our 1.5 inches. Like I always say, I use 1.5 inches for hems, for seam allowance. That's just my golden rule. That's what I do. So it's long enough. Now let's see. We might not be able to do as many pleats. And this is the thing, guys. If you have to modify a design, it's okay because there's more than one way to do something. So anything. So what we got to do, we got to move this. I'm just out of space, guys. I can't spread my fabric out like I want. Let's measure how across how much fabric we have. Now this fabric's been cut, so I have to measure where it's been cut. Okay, guys, we're not gonna make 40, but we're at 37.5, and that's going to have to work. That'll probably work for what we're doing. So what I'm gonna do is, where this fabric is cut, I'm gonna just cut it right down so that we're working with what we need, okay? Okay. I have to do this all the time, guys, because it seems like when I start a project, I'm always short. I don't know what it is. I'm always short on something. So, okay. So, we're going to cut this in half because we're going to join. These are going to be 2 pieces, so we're cutting this in half. Okay. Let's cut this on in half here. Anybody like the sound of scissors cutting fabric? I do. It's soothing. It is soothing to me. But okay, so all right. So I'm gonna just show you, because these 2 fabrics are gonna be sewn together. So that way, that'll be the length around. So what it's gonna look like, guys, I'm gonna show you. This is the front half. So this is going to be sewn around, and then this is going to be sewn together. So I had to cut it in half, okay? I'm going to sew these together, and then I'm going to join the bodice once they're sewn together, and that'll be in the next episode. And then we're going to do our pleating, but I'm going to show you the pleating. I'm going to show you the pleating now. Now, we don't have 40 inches, so that means I have less pleats. I'm going to have to be doing less pleats. So it won't have the fullness that I wanted it to have, but I'm just pinning the sides, guys, that's all. Because these are going to be sewn together. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's pin the sides, and then I'm going to just see what we're working with here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just so concerned with this camera angle. Okay, so what I'm doing now, once again, I'm just pinning the sides. I cut it in half, and that will be sewn. So basically, this is our skirt. Okay, our bodice is right here. Okay. And we're just gonna basically make this fit. So this is what, in essence, what we're doing. So this is our bodice, and we want it to fit this skirt. This will be our skirt. I'm gonna pleat it so that it fits the bodice, okay? So what I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. Here's the pleats. Let me take this thing off here. I'm gonna basically do a few pleats. I'm not going to be able to pleat it like I wanted to do. So when it fits the bodice, I just pleat it until it goes all the way around the bodice. So, and how I know how many pleats I need, I am going to place the bodice in the middle of this skirt. Okay, and that'll tell me how many pleats I can do to make this fit. So you just basically you'll do like this. Here's one pleat. I'm just showing you guys something here. And then I might do one here. Just a pleat. Okay. Right here. Okay. And then we might do one here. And then maybe one here. You might have to do 4 good size pleats, and I try to place them neatly so that they don't look too crazy. Okay, so guys, you see what I mean? So it's gonna be attached to the bodice. This is the bodice I'm holding. So it'll give it that flared out look. It's not a circle skirt, it's more of a pleated, just fitting the bodice kind of skirt. But this is the easiest thing to do. Trust me, it's so easy. So I might be able to add a few more pleats because it looks like we got a little more extra room. So guys, we are almost in the home stretch of our garment. This is the bottom, this is the top, and we use the tank top to draft our pattern. So in the next video, guys, I'm gonna leave this here, and in the next video we are gonna sew this together. I'm gonna try to get into the frame, guys. We're gonna sew this thing together. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions, put them down in the comment box down below. And I appreciate my new subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe. And the next video, we'll be putting this together, and I will be putting in a zipper. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a zipper, and I'm going to put some bias tape to finish the armhole, and the neckline is going to be really, really cute and fabulous. So that is all I have for today, and thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye bye.